Well, this is actually my second video attempt today. Being old, I had a phone call while I was doing it the first time, and I ended up losing everything somehow or another. I don't know exactly what I did, but you know, that's the thing about computers. People do that all the time, and it's when I was working in the field of repair work for computers, and I would go in and talk. Somebody would call me up and they say they have a problem. That first question you ask them is, "What did you do?" "Oh, I don't know. I didn't do anything. It's a computer." Nah, 9 times out of 10, it's you. Anyhow, Thanksgiving is gone, can't come and gone, and it looks like it's going to prove to be, at least down here, it's going to be some sort of super spreader type event, which is funny because it's not really a holiday down here, but they had a thing Saturday before it, which they called tax-free day. It's at IVA, I-V-A. It's like a sales tax that they put on every product you buy, and so everything was tax-free. We took advantage of it, And then there was a large increase later on in the week of COVID cases, like maybe 5-6 days later. And then Friday they don't celebrate the holiday, but they celebrate Black Friday. And I was in the mall Friday, scared to shit because there were so many people around. There's no social distancing. We tried the best to social distance. We had to be there. We needed to exchange something, and we wanted to be able to get the same price that we got from the EVA day. And we did. We lucked out, and we were in and out in record time, which is kind of unbelievable for Colombia. But they appeared to have enough help on and whatnot, and hopefully we're going to be healthy. We'll know in a few days, if we stayed healthy or not. But that's the big issue right now is the COVID vaccine. The election's over. It's done. It's finished. There's nothing he can do. If he was to manage overturning this election, I am convinced we would have a civil war starting almost immediately after he did that. There would be military would have to be in the streets, and I don't know which side they would take. That's the problem, They're loyal to America, but America is divided right now. So which side are you going to take of that, I don't know what's going to happen with this virus now because let's say you've got 4 or 5 companies out there with a vaccine. And there's some of them going to arrive in the country within, I guess a week or 2 weeks, or maybe more, maybe less. Nobody seems to know for sure what's going on. It won't be enough to help everybody. They say they're going to give it to the frontline workers first, which I think they should, because they need to be healthy. But there's probably 1 million or so of them out there, all over more than a million of them. I don't know how many million people work in the healthcare industry, and they're gonna drugstore owners are gonna say, well, I need it, so who knows how that's gonna work out. What they call the efficiency of it is questionable at 90%. 90% is fine, but there are higher ones. Which one do you take? Do you get a single shot? Is it a double shot? Do you remember to get the second shot because you're feeling great? And I know a lot of people that, you get a shot, you're not going back for a second one. You get penicillin or something like that. That's it. You're supposed to go for a 3-shot. No, I ain't going back for a 3rd shot, man. Screw that. I feel great. So what's going to happen? I don't know. You have what's left of the administration is trying its best to destroy our government. They said they were jokingly talking about that we'll see members of the White House staff walking out with paintings. That might just happen. These are a bunch of thugs and crooks, and what he's doing right now is he's taking the experts in the various fields and he's firing them and he's replacing them with morons. So that what that means is that he's got 40 days or something like that left, and that what that means is that the transition that he's agreed to will not be a good transition. They won't get the information that they need, and that all these people will have to be replaced almost day one. You're making a man you're taking an older gentleman and you're putting a tremendous amount of stress on him. I've seen what it's done to younger guys. Guys go in there with full heads of hair, come out gray-haired, you know? It's politics. They're compromising on a minute-to-minute basis, you know? You want this, I'll give you that, okay, you know? I saw it done, you know? You see the TV show, Chicago Fire Department. They did the show, I'm sure was on months ago or whatever, I don't know. But Lieutenant Casey goes in and he's running for what they call an alderman in Chicago. I guess he's like a city councilman or something. And he goes in and he's running and he needs to be elected, so he needs this ward or this section of people to vote for him, to support him, and in order to get it he has to make a deal with a drug dealer. He'll give the drug dealer lights off, street lights and cameras off on 2 corners that he's selling drugs on, but they won't sell within 2 blocks of the high school. This one drug dealer won't do it. I don't know where you come from, but there's more than one drug dealer. There's more than one street gang running around the high schools I know about. So that's not going to necessarily solve anything. But he's going out and he's going to violate his moral code in order to be able to get votes and to get elected, because he thinks he can do some good for the community. That's done every day, everywhere in the world. You know, it's politics. That's why I'm not in politics. I can sit here and say whatever the hell I want to say about whoever I want to say. I got no access. I don't care. What are they going to... And I also have the advantage of being old and not giving a shit. So whoever they want to come after me, fine, come after me. All right, I get free health care in jail. You know? And the food can't be any worse than the shit I'm getting down here right now with the COVID. So, you know, who gives a damn? I honestly, you know, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. You have the various companies out there that are going to do this. They're going to do, you know, distribution seems to be a very big problem. I remember when I was I was still living in New York, so I wasn't, probably not in the first, maybe in the first grade, but probably in kindergarten. And we were used as guinea pigs for the polio vaccine. Now the first one was a shot. Now we got that in they didn't tell me whether they don't tell you what you got, you know. Your test subjects. You could have gotten a placebo, nobody knows. And then later on they came around and said, well, we're gonna use you again for the oral vaccine. Okay, you go in, you give it a little tiny bit, right? Well, okay, good. Is that the vaccine? Oh, we can't tell you. So I ended up, once the oral vaccine was approved and everything went through all the testing and everything else, I went and had to get the oral vaccine again. So either I had 2 placebos and 1 oral, or I had 2 orals, whatever. Or I could have had three doses of the vaccine. All right. They're doing that they do that with volunteers now. Back then, the Catholic Church volunteered us. I was in Catholic school at the time, so the Catholic Church volunteered us. Now they use prisoners. They use people off the street that come in and meet certain health requirements to volunteer. You're looked at in an entirely different way. You almost have to be in perfect health to be able to go into these voluntary testing programs. Which is great, but that doesn't tell you how it's going to affect somebody like me. I mean, I've got high cholesterol, high blood pressure. I faint every once in a while. I got all kinds of issues, you know. But mostly what are related to old age. So I don't know how this is going to affect me. I don't know if the vaccines are going to do me any good. I still think the shot I got before I left the United States probably helped me a lot down here, because I've been around a few people that have had COVID, and I'm still not having it. I got a shot for pneumonia, It's like 26 different varieties of pneumonia it covers. It's a one-shot deal at my AR-62 when I got it. So it was my one-shot deal for the rest of my life. I don't know whether that helped or not, but I think there's some things that exist that, why does one person get sick and another person doesn't? There's reasons for that, and there might be something in your system that you got that you don't really realize you had. Some shot you got you don't realize you had, and I don't know how they look at that. Because I think it's quite possible that we could have found a vaccine much faster than the way they were going about it, where they're looking at specifically at that disease, and that they were trying to take drugs that attack that disease specifically. I don't understand the scientific principles in it, and I don't want to say they did anything wrong because I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. I just have my opinion about what's going on. That doesn't mean I can't wake up tomorrow morning with the COVID, but we'll see. Super spreader events happen on the holiday. People are stupid. They're lonely. They're stupid. They don't want to give up on their traditions. Let's see. We had down here the Saturday before Thanksgiving. They had a tax-free sale in all the stores. It means no sales tax, which if you're buying something big can be a lot of money. And but not enough to risk your life for. I mean, here's the deal: you go out and you get it. You go out, you can order it online. You don't have to go to the store, But we had to go to the store in order to pick up the product. But the store wasn't crowded, and there was a lot of testing going on, so that was okay. That's that day. Same store. A week later, the Friday after Thanksgiving, they don't celebrate Thanksgiving. They sure as hell celebrate Black Friday down here. So now we had to go and return the product because we screwed up. It was window shades. We measured it wrong. We had to go back and get a different size. Okay, we go to same store. Well, not the same store, but the same company store, home center, like Home Depot. And we go in, and the place is mobbed. I mean, it's ridiculous. It looks like a normal Saturday. And there's not too much social distancing going on. We're trying to social distance as much as possible, and that's working out pretty good for us. We're not having any problems there. People are kind of, good that way, and we're in and out in record time. I mean, a normal Saturday, I would never have gotten out as fast as I did, and everything was fine. So hopefully I walked out of that okay. But I looked around and said, this is definitely going to cause an uptick. From the Thursday before Thursday or Friday before when they had the no tax day, they had an increase of almost 4,000 cases a day. So what's this going to do? We'll know next Friday or Thursday or Friday. We'll start to see it. If there's going to be an uptick, we'll start to see it. Okay, I don't know what else to talk about. The COVID has screwed up so much. Look at the National Football League. Look at college football. It was either 100 games or hundreds of games have been canceled since the start of their season. The NFL's had games canceled, postponed, moved around. Not canceled, postponed, and moved around. And now I read an article this morning I thought was hilarious. The Denver Bronco professional football team, doesn't have a quarterback. All three of them are on a COVID list. So who knows what's going to happen there. Well, listen, speaking of football, I'm going to go watch some. Have a good week. See you again soon. This is the Fat Guy. Bye.